All right, I'm going to ask you a couple questions in a one-on-one interview setting around your thoughts on professional learning in a flipped professional learning environment.
Okay.
So, what did you like about flipped professional learning as compared to traditional conference style learning?
Um, I did like that we could view those videos, like the videos you had on Classroom, on Google Classroom, on our own when we had time. And then we were able to network with others and discuss with them. It was sort of like Jigsaw, but not quite. Yeah.
Did you feel your time was well spent having the flexibility to learn the material beforehand so that you were able to use face to face time to apply the knowledge you had learned?
Oh, yes. Yeah. I like the time to chat with others rather than just kind of staring at the screen and doing just learning at that time. And I like that you can have time to digest what you wanted to see or what you saw rather than like a couple of minutes to think about it. And maybe you haven't formed a response yet. Yeah.
Did the material make sense to you while you're learning in a flipped situation?
Yes. Yes. And I know that we only had to watch like one of the videos, but we had the choice to watch them if we wanted to because it was on our own time. We didn't have to sit through them, but you could. And if you weren't interested in it, then you could turn it off.
Was the facilitator helpful in the face to face professional learning to help apply the information you had learned through flipped learning to your context?
Yes, I think you just helped clarify things for us, or it was a good time for us to ask you questions, as well as get opinions from others on what they thought as well.
Yeah. Have your thoughts changed around your preferred format for professional learning, and explain?
Um, I think I'm just used to the more traditional conference style. Um, but if we're to do more like the flipped professional learning style, then I do like that we get a chance to do it when we have the time, and then formulate your ideas and your responses, and then gather opinions and talk to others.
Have any barriers been alleviated by using a flip model for professional learning? Why or why not?
Oh, I think for me, it's just the time again. That we only have the morning to talk usually with each other instead of a whole day. And so we come prepared for that. So the barrier of time, I think, is alleviated. Also, I guess with that, if I have the time, I can look up other things. Any resources that I have that I want to bring along, I can find before we come there. Not, oh, I have something that would be good with that. Yeah.
If you could design the ideal professional learning experience, what would it look like?
Oh, ideal. um, I think by like going to conferences and stuff within the past couple years, a more ideal professional learning experience for me would include movement breaks now. Um, and if we're doing the flip style where I can do it at home, I can watch a video and then go do something else and then come back so that I know that I'm paying attention rather than I know sometimes if those things are in the afternoon, we tend to zone out and I think it also reminds me of like what I need to not do in my own classroom, how long we sit for. So yeah, ideally would include movement breaks for me. And I like Google Classroom. So
What was your preferred format for professional learning before participating in this research? Flipped learning, face to face, conference style.
um, I think face to face is how I've learned the most. I'm super visual, so I like to sit down and tactile. Like if I can make something, or somebody can show me to make something, or show me in the book how to do it, like the circle charts. I'm better than just sitting and listening, conference style. So face to face and flipped learning, a combination would be my preferred format.
Okay. Have your thoughts changed around your preferred format for professional learning since we had that experience?
Um, yeah, I like that we're kind of doing a combination of both of those.
Mhm. How have you typically applied professional learning in your teaching practice in the last 2 years?
Uh, like I've gone to conferences or doing those kind of
Yeah.
like flipped learning with my own students.
Anything that you've done to kind of improve your teaching practice, how have you typically applied them within your classroom? Or have
Oh,
you?
yeah. Okay. So within the last 2 years, I feel like I've gone to quite a few conferences. Inclusive Ed. Um, like Inclusive Ed, I loved the last year's, not so much this year's, but because it was all about the brain. And so I talked to the kids a lot about their brain, and um, it was just so neat. Uh, knowing more about ACEs, not that I'm applying that in my teaching practice, but I guess I'm more aware of it and what kids are coming with. Uh, what else have I gone to recently? I know I did more last year. I can't think of anything right now.
Sorry. Were you able to effectively apply the professional learning new knowledge and skills during the research, and explain that?
Oh, like the stuff that we're doing with you.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, LLI is up and running. I feel comfortable with it. I know that you're available to me if I have questions, and they're to support us. And when we get frustrated, I know that you're there to encourage us to keep going.
Okay. Did you acquire the intended knowledge or skill from the flipped professional learning opportunity?
Like I feel like I learned what I need to from the flipped professional learning. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like I gathered the information. Um, and then I wanted to share it with my teammates too. I know I had the video up, but we haven't watched it yet. Well, I love the Hattie stuff. So not just the data, but I'm excited to read that next one that you told us about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was the most beneficial aspect of flipped professional learning for you?
Um, I think using the Google Classrooms too, the most beneficial thing was to have it done on our own time, get my movement breaks in if I need them, and then gather resources if I think I can use them or if they might be beneficial to others. And then the save time so that I can network with others rather than just sit and listen.
And we kind of answered this, but anything you have to add? Were you able to effectively apply the professional learning new knowledge and skills?
Yeah, I think well the Hattie data stuff I think about that stuff all the time. And then all the stuff that we've done with LLI is being applied to two groups within grade 3 right now, and then just being able to support the others who want to start. Um, I think I'm effectively applying it, or at least I'm trying.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.